Well, first a little bit of background here, because I've replaced these switches on actually two different leaves, one from a US leaf and one from a Dutch leaf. Both of them had the same fucking problem. It quite annoyed me that it was actually two different faults on the US leaf. The main switch didn't work on every single one except that one. Um, the right side worked, the back switches worked, but this one did not work. Uh, if I push down multiple times like this, the window would actually move a little bit, but it didn't go down. On the Dutch car, it didn't do anything. It was like totally dead. I bought a flooded leaf from the sandy storm in the US and took it apart. Unfortunately, this one is quite corroded, so you can't see, or I couldn't get it to work. But you can see how damaged it is. This one actually do have the right part number. This one has the part number that ends in B. That's 25401 3NA0B. As of the parts that keep on failing, have the part number 25401 3NAOA. So the last letter there is the key to understanding which parts that will fail and not. So this one I've actually taken apart already. And this one definitely does not work. This has not been submerged, but it has been in a car that has not been dried out properly, so the whole thing is quite damaged. I'll get back to this part in a little bit, but first I want to have a little look on how this thingy actually works, because it is, as you can see, it's quite simple on the key, the switches that controls the right side and the back side, and obviously the door, the locking system. It's very simple, and these do actually work on this one as well. The problem is these components here. These do not work properly on this one. On this one from the Dutch car, the unlocking of the doors do work properly, and obviously this one as well. This one did not work.
I was able to get a hold of a copy of the workshop manual for the Nissan LEAF. This is the power window control system sheets. As you can see on page 7 of the workshop manual for the power window control system, you have a power window main switch. That's the one on the left side in the driver's side door. The signals for the passenger side and the rear sides, they are very much just on-off switches, while the signals for the driver's side power windows are quite different. You have a signal going to the motor and a signal going back. This one is actually just kind of confirming that things are going as it should, and also if there's any pitch or anything. The BCM is not in the door, so it shouldn't really be anything here to worry about. This is just power, basically ground and positive. This is a terminal layout. This is actually just the reverse side of the switch. Terminal or pin number 1 is the ground one. You will see that here. This gives out actually constant ground, and pin number 10 here will give a signal to the car that the car is actually on. You will see that here. This is the power supply for the switch when the car is on. This does not give a constant power when the car is off. Pin number 18, however, in the middle there, gives out the positive side constant, even though the car is off. This one should be live, even though the car is switched off. This is basically the power supply. So when testing, you should have both on. If you have a look on the terminal or the pin individually, you'll understand that each of them, except the front driver's side, only needs a positive signal to go up or to go down. The driver's side, however, needs some kind of feedback to that little thingy I spoke about earlier, the encoder and the decoder that gives feedback. This is how it's schematically shown in the workshop manual. How to actually do anything about this, that when the decoder and encoder fails, I don't know. It might be a very, very simple thing to do something about, probably just replacing like a 2-cent thingy.
This is the little fucker that is doing the decoding or encoding, I don't know. I'm assuming that this little thingy here that will turn the window up and down and on auto is giving some kind of signal to this little thingy to give a certain signal. This, according to the data sheet, does something. It's some kind of small relay. I'm assuming that this little fucker here is actually the whole problem for the fault that I'm getting. I'm assuming that this might be replaceable, but as you can see here, it has a code EU2-N1 that indicates the series of relays that can actually be bought for like 2 cents each. However, the N1 indicates something about what it does, and this code here, 12B2125, indicates what kind of programming it has. I'm quite sure that Nissan does not allow you to buy this off the shelf, because that would mean that you could buy this thingy for a couple of dollars instead of buying it for the whole chip for $175. That would make them not that much money. It's quite a lot better for them to charge you $175 instead of just $2.